Duhop here, the most electrifying man on YouTube Entertainment. And don't you ever forget it. Yeah, that's right. Duhop here, about to get to moving, rocking the APT. That's right, the arcade party truck. Yeah, with the old bugger, Jeffrey. Say hello, you old bugger.
Hello, you old bugger.
Oh, he's so fucking little. I think you'd have a little bit of fun. Anyway, Duhop promised you buggers a fucking Q&A a couple days ago, and well, I gotta make good on me promise. So you left a lot of questions. There was like almost 240 comments on that video of questions that you buggers asked. I told you I'd do about 10. I think I got about, I don't know, 12 maybe. So let's get to moving on this here Q&A. Jeffrey, feel free to answer some of these questions yourself.
You don't think I'm going to know the answers to these, do you?
They're Q&A questions. They might be just questions about you.
I doubt it.
I don't think so. All right. So the first question comes from Leo Moore. He says, would you prefer... You answer this one first.
Okay.
Would you prefer to sleep with Sting or Nikki Bella?
What kind of question is that?
That's what he asked Duhop.
I'm straight. Nikki Bella.
I hate Sting so much, I'd pound Nikki Bella right in the bum.
You really dislike Sting that much that you prefer a woman?
I would, yes. For that evening, I would prefer a lady over Sting.
Okay.
Coincidentally, Gamer Pro 5 says to Duhop, would you go balls deep in Summer Rae?
Of course you wouldn't.
You would.
I would.
Duhop, probably, I don't know. It depends on the situation. Does Duhop have a gun to my head?
You know, Duhop, my wing wang is so small, it wouldn't take much to get me balls deep in a...
Nobody needed to know that. Here we go. Number 3. Max Stott says to Duhop.
Who? Oh,
Max.
okay.
Yeah, Max
That's
Stott.
who wrote it.
Yes, he says to Duhop. What underdog in the WWE deserves a push? So what underdog do you think in the WWE deserves a push? Duhop knows his answer.
What underdog?
Yeah, somebody who sucks balls.
Needs a push right out of the WWE?
Well, doesn't necessarily
Somebody
mean
like
sucks balls, but you know,
who never wins, something like that.
Somebody is an underdog.
Guy named Ryder? What's his Ryder? Zack Ryder?
Zack Ryder is an underdog. Woo.
He's terrible.
Well, no, I think he's really good.
I think he's boo.
Oh, back of me. So you're picking Zack Ryder?
Yeah.
See, an underdog doesn't have to be somebody that sucks. Like, I like Kalisto, and he's getting a big push. I mean, he just won and then lost the United States Championship.
That was quick.
But, I mean, quite quick. But I'd like to see that bugger back in the winner's circle. And how about Bo Dallas? Bo Dallas is somebody we could believe in.
Not me.
No, bugger.
Not me. I think he's terrible.
Yeah.
I think his whole act sucks.
Oh, that is very unfortunate.
Along with the other guy, what's his name?
Adam Rose?
Clown. Yeah, Adam Rose. Another ding-a-ling.
In any event, I think Duhop would probably choose Bo Dallas in that situation. Hector Morano says to Duhop, how small is your wing wang?
That's personal. That's very personal.
You just told everybody that yours is microscopic.
But nobody asked me. I just volunteered it.
Well, Hector, I think the question we need to ask here is how large is your wing wang?
Is yours measured in inches
or
millimeters?
Mine looks like a double stack of tuna cans.
Oh, jeez. I hope it has no sharp edges. Like a tuna can when you open it.
Oh, Lord almighty. Just call me double stack of canned tuna Duhop. Bugger me. Charles Wheeler says to Duhop, why hasn't there been any black WWE champions? Hello? Have you ever heard of anybody called The Rock? Booker T? I mean...
How about the tag team champs?
It seems like a pretty silly question on why you would ask that.
Half of the Dudley boys have been champs.
Right?
Yeah.
And what about, what's that other bugger's name? It doesn't matter, because The Rock is the champ. Yeah, bugger me. Dorsey Lynch says to Duhop, why do you hate Sting? I think it's about time to get to the bottom of this, because everybody asks Duhop, why do you hate Sting? And, well... I don't know. I think growing up, I was such a WWE fanboy that I always thought that, like, he was ripping off Bret Hart with the sharpshooter doing the, what does he call it? The stinger, whatever, scorpion deathlock or whatever he fucking calls it. Whoever used it first, it didn't matter. Duhop thought he was ripping off Bret Hart. And then Duhop was a big fan of The Crow and Brandon Lee. And then all of a sudden, asshole comes out dressed like Brandon Lee. And he's the Sting dressed. And I never thought the man had any of his own creativity. And he always rubbed Duhop the wrong way. Now that's my opinion. I'm allowed to have that opinion, whether it's right or wrong.
That's free country.
Right? So those are some of the reasons I don't like Sting. On top of the fact I always thought he was like a two-pump chump. Oh, I got the Scorpion Deathlock. I got the Stinger Splash. What else do I got? Nothing. Bulk the Diabetic Fat Man Hogan Chris. It's quite a name, you bugger. He says to Duhop, who would you like to have with you trapped in an elevator for an hour? Who would you like to have in the elevator with you for an hour?
Certainly not you.
With the way Duhop shits me pants, we'd be choking on gas real quick.
Yeah, I know. I remember the time you stuffed up some customer's toilet.
The tale of this solid steel dumperoo. Duhop's got a problem with me bowels.
I'm so old it wouldn't matter.
So it wouldn't matter.
It wouldn't matter.
Well, do you have any
15 minutes of sex with me and I'll fall asleep anyway, so it doesn't matter who it is.
But that's not the question. You're a big baseball fan.
Does it have to be someone from wrestling?
No, he just says anybody. I mean, you're a big baseball fan. Would you like to be stuck in the elevator with Derek Jeter and you can have a conversation about the Yankees? It could be anybody.
Jennifer Lopez.
The J-Lo?
Very, very hot, pretty woman. I just like to sit and listen to her and hear her sing.
Oh, bugger me.
And then she can sit on my face.
Lord almighty. I think the obvious answer here is Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins.
For Duhop. But we will bypass the obvious answer. And I will tell you, I'd probably want to be stuck in an elevator for an hour. I don't know. That's a really, really tough question. Probably Jimmy Johnson, the race car driver, not the football coach. He sucks balls. Jimmy Johnson, the race car driver, 6-time NASCAR champion.
You're into racing?
Duhop loves NASCAR. A lot of people ask Duhop, hey, you like NASCAR? I love racing. I love things that go fast. Anything with a fucking motor and kick ass goes fast, Duhop is into it. And motorbikes and boats even. So, but I'm a big Jimmy Johnson fan. Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon, the whole Hendrick team. So I'd probably pick Jimmy Johnson. That way I could talk to that bugger for an hour and learn a thing or two about, NASCAR and all the shit he spends his money on. All right, I hope I'm going to say this next name right, and I'm going to say it wrong, so I apologize now. Kiowani Kaladi Jones. I hope I said that right. Anyway, he says to Duhop, what was your first car? Your first car probably didn't. You were around before the wheel.
It had wooden wheels. Mine was a covered wagon.
Fuck me. Duhop's first car, believe it or not, was a 1973 Dodge Charger. Now, if you don't know what that looks like, A, you can Google it. B, it's kind of similar to the Dukes of Hazzard General Lee, the orange car with the 01 and everything, except Duhop's was red and it had a black vinyl top. And the engine in it was fucking massive. I mean, this car hauled ass. Duhop loved it. Awful, kick-ass American muscle. That's what Duhop is talking about. That was my fucking first car.
Don't you wish you still had that now in mint shape? It would be worth a lot of money.
Do you know I sold it for like $1,200? I did. I sold that car for about $1,200. The day that Dale Earnhardt died in the Daytona 500 was the day I sold that car. And I remember these buggers showing up to Duhop's house to pick it up. And I says, all right, they're going to be here in about an hour. I'm going to run down and put a little gas in it in case they want to take it around and, the block to see if they really want to buy it. Now, they drove all the way out from Ohio, right?
Really?
Yeah, to buy this car. I sold it on eBay. Long story short, Duhop takes it to the gas station. On the way home, the fucking drivetrain falls out. Not even connected to the universal blue. If you don't know anything about cars, I know this is a little technical. Long story short, it's revving, but it ain't going anywhere because there's no power to the back wheels. I had this fucking thing up on jack stands in front of my house, fixing it with a fucking makeshift universal that didn't fit. It was the wrong Mopar part, but I got it running. And they pulled up about 10 minutes later. And I says to this bugger, I says, all right, Duhop is giving you the tail light guarantee. Do you know what the tail light guarantee is?
You leave it sit.
No. As soon as I can't see your fucking tail lights anymore, you're not Duhop's problem.
Very good.
Caroline Ransom says to Duhop, why the fuck do you have a Dumperoo helmet? Hello, did you see the latest fan mail? Ed from New Mexico sent Duhop the Dumperoo helmet. I got it in fan mail. Show everybody the Dumperoo helmet in case they are unfamiliar. Show them the helmet, as in put it on, asshole.
It'll mess up my hair.
Yeah, I bet. There it is! Dumperoo helmet, yeah! Big thanks to Ed for sending Duhop the Dumperoo helmet. Duhop loves it. Roberto Bragolini says to Duhop, when did you start learning how to wrestle? Yeah, well, there's kind of two parts to that answer. I didn't really learn how to wrestle when I was doing it in the backyard, beating up Grim when we were like, 15 and 16 years old. But as time went on and we really liked wrestling, we actually went to wrestling school. I remember Asbury Park, New Jersey. Do you remember Iron Mike Sharp?
I remember the name.
Right. He had a wrestling school in Asbury Park. I remember the first day me and Grim showed up. This is hilarious. I
remember Bam Bam Bigelow from Asbury Park, New Jersey.
We weren't talking about that.
I
was telling this story.
But he was there.
Yeah, he was.
He was from Asbury
He wasn't
Park,
there that
New
night,
Jersey.
though.
No, okay.
Anyway, the first night we showed up, me and Grim, Iron Mike Sharp is telling everybody the rules, and he's got us all standing in a line. So he goes, all right, first things first, $10 from everybody, and he puts out his hand. So he's going down the line, and everybody's handing him $10. And I says to Grim, I'm like, and I do this, right? So as he's going down the line, me and Grim sneak. We go behind everybody. We get real low, and we get to the front of the line. This dumb bugger goes all the way down the line, collects $10 from everybody. Meanwhile, Duhop and Grim, we snuck to the front of the line, and we never paid. Fuck you, Iron Mike Sharp. Yeah! All right, we got time for like one more question. I know. Xavier Rains, last question. Have you ever been pulled over for speeding? Numerous fucking times, especially when I had that 1973 Dodge Charger. Duhop was always getting fucking speeding tickets. Oh, Buggy, it was very close to losing me license. I was a recluse when I was younger. I remember one time, I actually was speeding right past the cop, and I saw him click his lights on. It was nighttime, and Duhop said, fuck this, I ain't sticking around for it. And I swear to God, true story, I pulled off in the woods, shut the lights off, and I raced through the woods down this dirt trail, and then I quick made a right turn, and I just stopped the car, and I sat there in the dark. I saw the cop way out on the street, riding right past Duhop, and I was like, yeah, I pulled the old switcheroo on that bugger. I didn't get pulled over that day, Xavier. Yeah! All right, buggers, Duhop would love to do more questions, but we have got to get to moving over to the party. Me and the old bugger here. We got to rock this APT right up to somebody. Who we going? Where we going today? It doesn't matter! Yeah! Alright, like this video, leave a comment, and if you haven't done it already, subscribe for more fucking Duhop! Yeah!